Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Have another message as always. Up early. It's like, what time? It's 3:46 my time. Been up since like 2 something. I think around 2 something. But anyway, I'm on a little rocking chair, so if you hear that noise, that's what it is. And as always, my son is asleep. Alright, so what brought me to this topic, I was watching a interview with what is her name, Miss Sherry, and she has her own show, and how you say, Felicia Rashad, Miss Felicia Rashad. I'm sorry if I said her name wrong. I'm not the best with names, but I'm doing the best I can. And also excuse my voice as well. However, I was listening to the interview. I only got into like 5 minutes and 23 seconds, and I had to stop it. So there's a play that Miss Rashad was a part of, as helping to how can I say, bring together production with another gentleman, if not mistaken. And what brought me to this situation is Miss Rashad is talking to Miss Sherry, and Miss Sherry is like trying to give majority of the credit to Miss Rashad because of how the other actors or actresses was able to perform. And Miss Rashad was like, basically saying they had amazing cast, and because everyone brought their A game to the table, she really didn't have to do much because everybody brought their A game. And I might be wrong on how I'm expressing this, and I might be right, but from my understanding, she basically saying when you have an A team, when you have a team that everybody brings their 100% best to the table, you don't have to do much because everybody's understanding the flow of things. And so she was giving credit to her team. However, Miss Sherry kept saying, but no, you're basically saying, like, I get that, but it's because of you. It's because of you. And Miss Rashad is basically trying to say, no, we're a team, so it's, even across the board. And what made me look at the situation is this. The way Miss Rashad handled the situation was perfect. She letting the people know that we're a team. We brought a production together. Everybody is equal on this production. And I know sometimes it's not that way, but she's letting it know everybody's equal. But the way Miss Sherry did it, and I'm not trying to put you on blast, but the way Miss Sherry was doing it was trying to idolize Miss Rashad over the cast. And that's not right. And people don't realize that when you put a person as an idol, no matter what their credentials or resume is, you take away from the cast. You take away from the other members, because now you making everybody focus on Miss Rashad, but then they're going to miss out on the opportunities of the rest of the cast. And you're not supposed to do that. Whenever credit is due, everyone should be able to receive a credit, because this is how it is. A person that's writing a play can be an amazing writer and have a horrible cast, and it can screw up the way the words are. And it could be where a writer could be horrible at what they wrote, and a cast can bring the greatness out of it. Excuse me. However, in the situation, everybody brought their A game. Everybody brought the best of the best and was able to create magic. But the thing about it is, we get so caught up into the producers and the writers that if it wasn't for the actors, the producers and the writers wouldn't even be seen. Okay, you have to be a team. Everybody have to work together. And my thing is this. So I'm gonna break it down a couple different ways. So for example, Miss Sherry, again, amazing how you handle your show, but the way you handle that situation is no different than if the roles was flipped, and say the producers and the writers of your show are the stars of the show, and you're just an actress playing a role. You just died. If the roles was flipped, then they would basically say, you know what, Miss Sherry, you're not that good. This is how it sounded, and I could be wrong. But it's basically saying, if it wasn't for the producers and them writing your information out, you want to be as good as it is. That your show wouldn't be that great. It's because your producers and writers, and that's why you who you are. That don't sound good, does it? You put the work in to create your to present your personality to the world, and you present yourself the way you are. But then at the same time, if the world take the producers, the people in the back scene, and overshadow you, you'll feel some type of way. Okay, it's a team effort. One cannot go without the other. Everyone is needed. Unless you playing all roles, the producer, the director, the cameraman, and all of that, then that's something different. But everybody has a role. And what gets me is this: why is it that people go through this process to get these amazing jobs and don't get seen? Because there are people that want to take and put all the glory on one person, like that one person is what brought everybody together. No. Even for myself, there's 8 billion people in the world. If it wasn't for the 8 billion people in the world wouldn't be the way it is, no matter good or bad. I can't sit back and take credit for all of that and just say, hey, if it wasn't for me. No, if it wasn't for you using your brains however you use it, for good or bad, if it wasn't for y'all using your brains, you wouldn't have the lives you have. It's your choices. It's your decisions. So my thing is this: we need to start paying attention to not just the cast and the people that play in the roles. We also need to give credit to the cameraman, to the people that provide the clothing, to the people that provide the drinks, to the people that provide the food, to the people that provides, the motivation. We need to give credit to everyone, because without them, the production couldn't be as amazing as it is. Because if the scenes are not set up right, how will you understand the dynamic of the words? My thing is this: it takes a team effort to create the magic, to create the story, to create the line. And the problem is there's so many people that's not getting seen because we're so focused on someone that has more time in the game, that when the newcomers coming in, or somebody that been in the game a long time that walked away and came back, they're not getting the credit. And that's messed up. It's messed up. It's messed up that you had, like, I'm gonna be like this. I didn't see the play or the scene, but I saw there was one. At least I recognized one person that was in there that has played in matter of fact, the 5 Heartbeats. He was in it. It was some other actors in there and stuff. But these folks are not getting credit. They had a legacy too. You understand? And y'all taking away from that. And I'm not trying to single the rest of y'all out, but I'm just giving an example. Like, we are overshadowing people to focus on one thing and realize everybody has amazing personalities and skills. Like the other people, they may have played in plenty of plays or movies, and maybe they didn't get seen like that, but they had the skills. Y'all know in this industry, people pick and choose, and a lot of times the ones they pick, sometimes it's not the best, and the ones they choose to put on the side are the ones that need to be seen at the same time. But if we are all together, why we can't all get the credit? Why we can't say, you know what, this was an amazing team effort? But in this world, we always got to idolize someone. If you really love the game and you really love playing the game, why you need to be idolized to recognize that you in the game? But that's when you realize that a person has something broken within inside him. I'm not trying to say that directly to you, Sherry, but it's like this: you have to be mindful. You on a platform, and you're taking energy from people that are great. But then, if the shoe's on the other foot, you wouldn't want that to happen to you. And that goes for any platform out here. I've seen it so many times that there's so many amazing people get overlooked, because people always want to put all the awards on one specific person. And when it comes to Miss Rashad, amazing actress, amazing. And the fact that she knows she's amazing, and no, I don't have to be put on the pedestal to know I'm amazing. Look at my resume. My resume is proof of the pedestal. Of the level of excellence I'm on. But you don't have to put me up there. My resume shows that. And because my resume shows that, it shows that, hey, I'm always working with amazing teams, because if it wasn't for those teams, I wouldn't even have that resume to look at. So let me break it down like this again. No different than when you go in a grocery store. When you go in the grocery store, who gets the credit? The cashiers. The cashiers are the directors and the writers. They the one that direct where everything get. Hey, it's on this aisle or that aisle. Hey, do you receive all the do you get everything you need? But people don't pay attention to the cast that plays on the stage. What about the truck drivers that come from another location to bring in the food? What about the stalkers and the people that put the food on the shelves to make sure that the directors get their point across? That when they tell somebody where to go at and where to stand at, where to pick at, that they're able to be able to go there and get those items. But if you notice, who's in the front of the line? The cashiers. But all the actors and actresses are in the background. But if it wasn't for the actors and actresses, the stalkers, the people that cleans the floors, the people that bring the products, the people that set up the backstage so y'all can find these items, they don't get credit. Because the producers and the writers get all the credit, which is the cashiers. But all they had to do was stand somewhere while everybody else playing the roles. And if I'm wrong, let me know if I'm wrong. And then we wonder why we don't feel fulfilled, why we get these positions and these jobs. And how many of y'all go out here and y'all, say for example, the people that create the stage, how many of y'all feels left out? That people never recognize that you were there help fix the stage up. Don't matter if it's the stage, if it's the scene for a movie or a play or whatever. How many of y'all sit back and feel like that? The only time people know that I done something is when the credits going by, and the credits going so fast you can't even see your name. How many people actually wait to the end of the movie or the TV show to look at the credits to see the person name there? How many? No one. Nobody reads the credits. But every day you get up, let me go to this job, let me do this stuff again, let me put this food on the shelves, let me unpack this stuff, let me clean the floors. And the directors are the ones that, and the writers are the ones that get all the accolades, all the knowledge. I understand why when y'all go out here and y'all get the awards, I see why y'all get so excited about it and y'all fight so hard for it. Because if it wasn't for the awards, nobody would know your name. I get it. Nobody would know your name. That's why y'all go so hard. That's why y'all got caught up in these societies and caught up in all this other stuff. And y'all like cats and dogs. Because you have to, you work with a cast. And then they have they have that thing. Who was the best leading role and who was this? That's why y'all fight like cats and dogs, because you know those folks ain't paying no attention to credits. And the only way you can get recognized if you get the award. So you fighting your butt. You fighting to the death to get it. And then the rest of the people on the team that help you get that spot, help you to get to that point, they don't even get a knowledge. Y'all don't even bring them on the stage with you and say, you know what, I know I got the leading role, but y'all, everybody else come up here. Come on here, y'all. The rest of the team, come up here. This is our award. Because if it wasn't for y'all, I want to be able to get this. Everybody come up here. Y'all don't, you just want to rub it in somebody's face that you was recognized and they wasn't. But if it wasn't for your team, how would you even got the part in the first place? How many of y'all got awards for stuff that you didn't even supposed to get an award for? If it wasn't for your team holding you down and telling you your parts, how many of y'all forget y'all scenes? How many of y'all forget y'all words? And the other person be like telling you what the words are and putting the little things up like, here, pay attention. But because you acted so well, people don't realize that the other folks was helping you out. Now you get the award and they sitting back on the side like, this one here, they didn't even do their role the right way. They skipped lines, they screwed up lines. Every day we had to keep doing this scene over and over because they didn't even remember their stuff. And they getting to the best actor role because all y'all get to see is the cut scenes. You get to see the end of results. But you don't see the actresses and actresses that knew their lines from the beginning to the end without any help. You didn't get to see that. You only seen what they cut out and showed to the rest of y'all. And you already know that that's what happened, and you still can't come back and say, team, thank you. Come up here. If it wasn't for y'all, it would be for this. Or say, you know what, y'all, I thank you for this role and this award. However, if it wasn't for my friend over here for helping me out with my scenes and my lines, because I got nervous. I really want this role. I got nervous. I can't remember, or it was a lot going on, and they helped me out. Come on, such and such, come up here. This award I'ma give to you. I'ma take a step back, okay, and I'ma give that award to you because this is the one that deserve it. Yeah, y'all seen that part, but this one was behind the scenes. How many of y'all go and what about the cameraman or the wardrobe person that was motivating you the whole time? Hey, you know what? If it wasn't for my makeup artist that was there for me, that motivated me every day, even when I felt like giving up, because I felt like I wasn't bringing the role. You know, I want to dedicate this award to my makeup artist or my hairstylist, because she or he was the one that actually motivated me to be as great as I am in this role. Because if it wasn't for them, this role would never came out to be what it is. I want to dedicate this to that person. Do you really think people are not going to respect you for that? You'll be more respected for something like that. And the crazy thing is, these people can sit back and say, nah, I'm going to give this back to you because you was the one out there. It's up to the person. But show credit when credit is due. Stop sitting back and trying to take the lead and thinking that makes you a great person. Nah, it doesn't. But y'all want to be diva mode or however y'all want to call it. No different in the grocery stores and no different at your job. I don't care if it's a person that take your trash out, and when y'all get awards or when things go on, when people say, man, you been handling, yeah, if it wasn't for the person that come in and keep this place cleaned up, all this paperwork would be all jacked up. They keep me in line. They keep me in check, because all this paperwork and stuff, I'll be having trash everywhere. But if it wasn't for the custodials that come in at night and help straighten stuff up, I don't know what I'd do. If it wasn't the person that put the snacks in the machine, God dog, because I don't have time to go to lunch. If it wasn't for them to put these snacks in here to give me something quick to eat, I'd be over here about to pass out. If it wasn't a dude putting the water in the system, I'd be over here thirsty all the time. But you want to take all the credit for everything, because you feel like you need to feel important. You're alive, right? You're breathing, right? Ain't that important enough? Ain't that enough to say that you awarded every single day to breathe again? I'm just sick and tired of watching everybody want to put somebody on a pedestal, but then at the same time, when the shoe's on the other foot, they feeling some type of way. When you got all of these amazing people on the back scene, that is the reason why you who you are. If it wasn't for them being the motivation and providing the scene and the setup, just think, you see how this wall look? And you see me talking, right? If every scene in the background looked like this in every movie, every TV show, do you think people will watch it? No. If this was the scene on every TV show, on every movie, if this the scene you see in the background for everything, would y'all watch the shows? No. So why is it that we can't give credit when credit due? If the ambiance ain't set up, you want to be able to be in the role or the part you in. Everybody brings something to the table. Why we can't acknowledge that? So many people is getting pushed to the side, to the back in the back scene, and then this is the kicker. Now when you get of age, or you get to that point where people don't acknowledge you anymore and they don't respect you as an actor or actress, now you feeling like the background scene. Now you feeling like the people in the background. So while y'all sitting back and treating them like nobodies, and they trying to show you are somebody, why we can't be a team for everybody and produce the things the right way so everyone can get the support and the accolades and the acceptance together? Because the last time I checked, there's no I in team. Y'all have a blessed day.